In mathematics, an argument are made up of two parts. The premises, these are given statements, and then the conclusion. Which is supposed to be the consequence of the premises. I do say premises instead of premises. I'm not sure why. I think both are correct pronunciations, but for some reason when I'm talking about math, I think premises sounds correct. Anyway, an argument is valid if the conclusion is true whenever the premises are assumed to be true. So an argument is valid if, when I take all the premises to be true, the conclusion has to be true. An argument that is not valid is called invalid. Okay. I want to show you how to symbolize an argument, and then in a different video I'll talk about how do I see if an argument's valid. But you'll notice the words true are in here, in this definition, true. So I'm going to use a truth table to show if general arguments are valid or not. But anyway, let's symbolize an argument. There are a couple special things I do when I do that, but here's an argument. If it is cold, then my car won't start. My car started this morning, therefore it was not cold this morning. So I can symbolize this argument. Well, first I'm going to need to represent each of my simple statements. So how about P is, it is cold. How about Q is, my car will start. Okay, I think that's everything I need. So each of these sentences makes up its own premise. This first sentence, if it is cold, then my car won't start, I can symbolize if P, then not Q, and that's its own line. Okay, when I'm symbolizing an argument, each premise gets its own line. Okay, let's look at the next premise here. My car started this morning, so my car will start. Okay, the next statement starts with a therefore. And therefore, or words like thus, symbolize that my conclusion is coming, or tell me that my conclusion is coming. So whenever I'm going to write my conclusion, I'm going to draw a line to say I'm done with my premises. And then down here, I'm going to write my conclusion, but I'm going to write it after three little dots. These three little dots stand for the word therefore. Okay, so my conclusion, I put after three little dots. My conclusion was, therefore, it was not cold this morning, so not P. Okay, so there's one way that I could symbolize this argument. If P, then not Q, Q, therefore not P.